topics and issues shaping your community. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Parenting can be stressful, especially during these tough economic times. Here to discuss how parents can cope with their current financial situations at home and tips on how to identify possible problems with their children is President and CEO of Informed Families, Peggy Sapp. And thanks very much for joining us.
Well, thank you. I'm delighted to be here. We love doing your show.
During these tough economic times, is there more calling for Informed families? Do you get busier?
I don't know that we get busier, but I think that the times that parents need us is certainly more now, because every time you've got more stress, how do you handle that? That's really the key. How do you teach people to handle stress? Because stress is always there. But economic stress and what we've been going through, I think one of the books I love is When Society Becomes an Addict. And we've certainly been a society addicted to things, money, economics. We think we can buy our way out of things. And I don't think that's true, and it's certainly not true with raising children.
You give parenting classes.
Yes, we do.
And for free.
They're free, and our focus is on something called the Parent Pilot Kit, and it's about parent peer groups. It's about us talking to each other, parents who know their children's friends' parents. And we teach them 4 things. Brain development, very important. Now we know the brain is not fully developed until age 25. That's really important to understand that, because sometimes we tell children things they can't possibly hear. So we learn about that. And then the other is the media influence. Media influence is huge. Think of your children today and what they're experiencing and all the screens they have. And we tell parents one big message: no screens in the bedroom. That means cell phone, because if you're on the cell phone, what are you doing? You're not getting your sleep. No computers in the bedroom. It's a whole, that spawns a whole new problem that people have to understand. It's a wonderful thing to have all this technology, but now parents have to manage that with their children.
Interesting.
So it's a biggie.
As something, I guess, a generation ago, they didn't have to contend with those sorts of new technologies.
You didn't even think about it.
No, you
that
didn't.
wasn't on the screen. And another thing that we have is the whole computer and this sex texting. How do you deal with that? Our book, by the way, is in a notebook form. The reason it's in a notebook form is we don't know what the problem is tomorrow, right?
You're right.
So defining the problem and then knowing how you're going to react to it and give your message is very important.
So it's interesting. I think a lot of parents are ad-libbing. What are some of the warning signs they should look out for if they're having problems with their children?
Well, there are all kinds of different problems with your children. Some are minor and some are major. But my big thing to you would be to say, when you spot it, take care of it right now. And I'll give you a little story of having my grandchildren with me. And I have a 13, a 15, and a 17-year-old boy. I have more than that, but I had those with me from California. We're going to the airport. We're on our way. We get down, get everything in the taxi, and there's someone helping. I'm a widow now, and so I'm the one in charge, right? So the 2 oldest, the little girl, she's texting, gets in the very front seat of the van. I had ordered a van because there was so much luggage and stuff. So does the 17-year-old. I'm standing there. I said, stop, get out, get in the back. I'm sitting there. When they behave like that, stop texting. All the way to the airport, I talked about communication and what your body language and what your actions tell another person. So teachable moments. Don't keep thinking you're going to have the great big lecture and everything's going to be great. When you have a problem, hit the problem, tell them what the problem is, and then talk about it calmly.
Very quickly, let's talk about the new campaign that you have.
I'm excited about it.
What is that?
It's called Red Ribbon Miles of Quarters, and it's modeled after the March of Dimes, because when we were little, we all participated in solutions. I mean, when there was a polio epidemic, we all put a dime in a little card. We all walked up and dropped that 50 cents in a fishbowl.
Right.
And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to become a prevention-oriented society.
Okay, great. Thanks very much. This hour's Newsmaker taught us how parents and children can connect during these tough economic times. You can also connect with us by heading to Comcast Channel 1 on demand under Get Local. There you can find more Newsmakers. I'm Spiro Canton. Thanks for watching.